They used to cost as much as a house, but now you can grab them for the price of a used Corolla. And here's the scary part, these luxury beasts just don't die. We're talking 300,000 miles, still running smoother than most new cars. Before you drop a fortune on something plastic and new, you need to see what these hidden legends can do. The Lexus GX470 doesn't just drive, it endures. This is the SUV you buy when you want to look classy at a valet stand, but still have the confidence to drive through a flood, a snowstorm, or a zombie apocalypse without breaking a sweat. It's one of those rare luxury rigs that laughs in the face of abuse and still feels smoother than half the new SUVs clogging dealer lots today. Built on the bones of the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, the GX470 is a body-on-frame beast, rugged, overbuilt, and powered by a 4.7-liter V8 that makes around 263 horsepower and 324 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with a 5-speed automatic that feels old school in the best possible way. Simple, predictable, unbreakable. The result? A luxury SUV that can climb a mountain on Friday, haul your kids on Saturday, and roll into a black tie event on Sunday without missing a beat. Ideal buyer? Someone who values trust over flash. This is the car for the family that wants safety, the adventurer who hates breakdowns, or the driver who's just tired of plastic gadgets breaking on modern SUVs. It's like that one friend who never brags, but always shows up when things get tough. But let's be honest, time exposes every weakness. The GX470's biggest villains are rust, rear air suspension leaks, and timing belt neglect. A neglected one will bleed your wallet dry. But find a clean example with regular dealer records, and you'll have a machine that easily crosses 300,000 miles. Many owners are pushing 400,000 with original engines and transmissions. And that's not internet myth, that's Toyota's over-engineering at work. Inside, it's old-school luxury, thick leather, genuine wood trim, buttons that click instead of glitch. It's a reminder of when luxury was built to last, not just to impress. The ride is calm, predictable, and deeply satisfying in a world where SUVs have become rolling tablets on wheels. Right now, clean GX470s hover around $12,000 to $17,000, depending on mileage and condition. That's pennies for what it delivers. Check undercarriage rust, make sure the 4WD engages smoothly, and always ask if the timing belt has been changed every 90,000 miles. That's your golden ticket to long life. So yes, the GX470 isn't flashy, but it's immortal. It's what happens when a luxury badge meets a Land Cruiser's soul. Unshakable, unbothered, unbeatable. And if you think Japanese SUVs are the only ones with that kind of stamina, just wait. Up next, a German icon that's not supposed to last this long, but somehow does. Here's the thing. Most people think high-mileage Audis are ticking time bombs, and usually, they're right. But the Audi A8L is the exception that makes mechanics raise an eyebrow. This full-size luxury sedan was born to compete with the Mercedes S-Class and BMW 7 Series, but it did something few expected. It aged gracefully. When maintained right, the A8 can hit 300,000 miles and still feel like an executive's private jet on four wheels. The magic lies in Audi's engineering arrogance. They overbuilt it. The A8L hides a 4.2-liter V8 making 372 horsepower, paired to a 6-speed Tiptronic automatic and Quattro all-wheel drive. It's not a sports car. It's a precision missile wrapped in leather and silence. The long wheelbase version adds even more serenity, with rear seats that recline like a business-class lounge. On the highway, it floats. In the city, it glides. And through corners, it surprises. That Quattro grip keeps this 2-ton beast sharp and composed. Ideal buyer? Someone who wants German prestige without German headaches. This car is perfect for the driver who maintains cars religiously, oil changes, fluid flushes, transmission services, all on time. Because here's the catch. Neglect it once, and it'll make you pay. Timing chain tensioners, air suspension compressors, and transmission valve bodies are known troublemakers. But if you catch them early, the A8 doesn't just survive, it thrives. The A8's real charm is how it hides its age. You step inside a 10-year-old one and it still feels like a 5-star suite, soft closed doors, Alcantara headliner, heated everything. The MMI system is outdated but functional, and the build quality embarrasses newer sedans that cost twice as much. Buying tips? Look for dealer history, check for suspension leveling issues, and make sure the Quattro system engages smoothly on wet pavement. Avoid flood cars and anything with electrical gremlins. A well-kept one can be found for under 10 grand, and once you've driven it, you'll realize why executives used to lease these instead of buying, they didn't want to give them back. When properly maintained, owners have reported 350,000 miles on original drivetrains. Shocking for a luxury Audi. It's not the cheapest to maintain, but when it runs right, it feels timeless. So yeah, maybe it's a little high maintenance, but so is every legend. The A8L proves that even in a world obsessed with crossovers, there's still something unbeatable about a V8 powered sedan that refuses to die quietly. Grab your phone, hit subscribe, and drop a comment with your city. Tell me which of these legends you trust to take you past 300,000 miles. And if you thought this German survivor was impressive, wait till you meet the next one, a stealth luxury SUV that's secretly a tank in a tuxedo. The Mercedes-Benz ML550 is the kind of SUV that makes no apologies. It's heavy, overpowered, overbuilt, and if you take care of it, practically immortal. Most people scroll right past it on used car sites, terrified of the three-pointed star and what it might cost to maintain. But here's the twist. This thing was built during the last golden era of Mercedes engineering, before cost-cutting, before software took over everything. And that's exactly why clean ML550s are quietly sneaking past the 300,000-mile mark like it's no big deal. Pop the hood and you'll find a 5.5-liter V8 pumping out a brutal 382 horsepower and 391 pound-feet of torque, all sent through a 7-speed automatic and 4-matic all-wheel drive. It's not just fast, it's authoritative. 0 to 60 in under 6 seconds, yet it feels like driving a granite block smoothed with butter. The ML550 isn't a flashy Instagram SUV, it's a silent bodyguard waiting to flex. Who's it for? The driver who wants luxury and muscle in one package? Maybe a dad who doesn't want a minivan? Or a weekend warrior who likes road trips but doesn't want to baby his car? The ML550 eats up highways, devours snow, and still turns heads with that muscular stance. And if you maintain it religiously, it'll reward you with the kind of durability you don't expect from a German machine. Now, the truth, yes, there are landmines, valve cover leaks, air suspension struts, and aging electronics. That's the holy trinity of ML550 headaches. But the key is prevention. Fluid changes every 40,000 miles, regular inspections of the airmatic system, and using only OEM parts. That's the difference between a nightmare and a legend. And when done right, this SUV is nearly unstoppable. Inside, the ML550 feels like a leather-clad tank. Thick doors, real aluminum trim, and seats that cradle you like a luxury recliner. There's no fake flash here, just solid German craftsmanship that's aged like whiskey. And when you fire it up, that deep V8 burble reminds you you're not driving a toy, you're commanding something real. Today, you can find clean examples for between $10,000 and $16,000. That's insane value for a vehicle that once cost over 70 grand new. Check for suspension history, transmission servicing, and look closely at the undercarriage. Neglect shows fast on these. But get a good one, and you'll have an SUV that outlasts trends, tech fads, and probably your next job. The ML550 proves that luxury and longevity don't have to be opposites. It's the rare Mercedes that feels built for the long game, not the lease cycle. And just when you think we've reached the limit of what cheap luxury can do, the next model breaks every rule. A V8 Japanese masterpiece that blends comfort, power, and tank-like reliability in one perfect package? If the Lexus LS is calm and polite, the Infiniti M56 is its loud, confident cousin who drinks espresso straight from the pot and still runs a marathon before sunrise. This is Japan's hidden V8 monster. A luxury sedan so underrated, most people don't even realize how powerful or reliable it is until they drive one. It's the car that turns highway miles into therapy sessions, and it's built to do it for 300,000 miles. Easily. Under the hood lives a 5.6-liter VK 5.6 VD V8, a naturally aspirated masterpiece pushing 420 horsepower and 417 pound-feet of torque. It's paired to a 7-speed automatic that loves to hold gears just long enough to make you grin, then slip into silence once you settle back into cruise mode. 0 to 60? Around 4.5 seconds in a luxury sedan that looks like a banker's car. That's what makes it dangerous. This car's ideal buyer? Someone who wants performance without the drama, the kind of driver who respects engineering more than hype. It's not for social media flexing, it's for people who actually drive. Highway warriors, long-distance commuters, people who love that effortless surge of torque when you tap the gas at 70 miles per hour. The M56 is brutally reliable when maintained, but it's not completely bulletproof. Its weaknesses? Timing chain guides if oil changes are neglected, and direct injection carbon buildup on high-mile engines. But that's the thing, this car begs for attention. Give it synthetic oil every 5,000 miles, premium fuel, and the occasional Italian tune-up, and it'll reward you with a power band that never fades. Owners routinely report 350,000 miles on stock drivetrains with only routine maintenance. Inside, the M56 nails the luxury feel without trying too hard. Thick leather seats, genuine wood, and that signature Infiniti blue glow gauge cluster that looks better than most new cars today. It's quiet, confident, and absolutely brutal when you step on it. A true Jekyll and Hyde machine, business during the week, backroad animal on the weekend. Current market price? $10,000 to $14,000, depending on mileage and condition. And that's wild when you realize this car once stickered for over 65 grand. The smart move is to check for complete service history, test the transmission for smooth shifts, and listen closely for any timing chain noise on cold starts. That's your early warning system. The Infiniti M56 is a reminder that Japan's luxury brands didn't just chase comfort, they mastered endurance and raw performance at the same time. It's the kind of car that humbles newer, flashier machines without saying a word. Luxury isn't about what's new, it's about what endures. These cars prove that comfort, power, and reliability can live in the same garage for decades. So before you chase the next shiny badge, remember this: real luxury doesn't fade, it outlasts. Hit subscribe, drop your city below, and tell me, which of these legends would you trust past 300,000 miles?